Should we keep the feast when we can't sacrifice? Or should we sacrifice where we're at? If the Torah tells us to sacrifice, does that mean we can't keep the feast? If you'd like to learn more, stick around. Hi, I'm Isaac, a bondservant of Yeshua. Welcome to the Return Israel Ministry. This is a channel where we seek relationship with Yeshua, we study the Bible, and we learn about Torah. There are those today who say that we cannot keep the feasts because we cannot sacrifice. Is this true? We do know that the Torah tells us that we're forbidden to sacrifice outside of the place where he puts his name. Leviticus 17:5-7. The children of Israel may bring their sacrifices which they offer in the open field, that they may bring them to the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of meeting, to the priest, and offer them as a peace offering to the Lord. And the priest shall sprinkle the blood on the altar of the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of meeting, and burn the fat for a sweet aroma to the Lord. They shall no more offer their sacrifices to demons, after whom they played the harlot. This should be a statute forever for them throughout their generations. Notice this is a law forever, for every generation. The place where he chooses to put his name is Jerusalem, specifically the temple. 2 Chronicles 6:6. Yet I have chosen Jerusalem that my name may be there. 2 Chronicles 6:20. That your eyes may be open towards his temple day and night, toward the place where you said you would put your name. We can see then that the place where he puts his name is Jerusalem, specifically the temple, and that we're prohibited from offering sacrifices outside of this place. If we do so, we're worshiping demons. Does this mean that the feasts were removed from us? Well, we were cut off from the feasts when we were cut off from the covenant. Hosea 2:11. I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, her Sabbaths, all her appointed feasts. Lamentations 2:6. He has done violence to his tabernacle, as it were a garden. He has destroyed the place of assembly. The Lord has caused the appointed feasts and the Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion. In his burning indignation, he has spurned the king and the priest. At the same time, the sacrifices were also cut off. Amos 5:21-23. I despise your feast days, and I do not savor your sacred assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and grain offerings, I will not accept them, nor will I regard your fat and peace offerings. Take away from me the noise of your songs, for I will not hear the melody of your stringed instruments. Israel was removed from the covenant, and so they were cut off from the right and the privilege to offer sacrifices and hold feasts. Hosea 3:4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without king or prince, without sacrifice or sacred pillar, without ephod or teraphim. While the covenant sacrifices were removed from Israel, it's important to understand they were not removed from Judah. The children of Judah, the Jews, continued to offer sacrifices past the time when the Israelites were cut off from these sacrifices. Christians, including Paul, offered up sacrifices after Yeshua's resurrection. Acts 21:26, Numbers 6:13-21. He has begun to restore us. He has restored us because of the new covenant, and so we are now in covenant with him. However, we're still in exile. This is important to understand. We are caught between two worlds. On one side, we are in covenant, while on the other side, we're still in exile. Because we're in covenant, we can keep the feasts. However, because we're in exile, we cannot offer sacrifices. Do not walk in judgment, rejecting the feasts of the Lord. Instead, keep them and celebrate them with great joy, rejoicing in the Lord. The truth is that we're commanded to gather together in Jerusalem, specifically at the temple for the feasts. Exodus 34:23, Deuteronomy 16:16, 1 Kings 11:36, 2 Chronicles 6:20. To emphasize it again, because we're in exile, we cannot yet return to Jerusalem, and there is no temple to offer sacrifices at. Even if we did return to Jerusalem, there would still be no temple at which we could offer sacrifices. And so, I would encourage you to keep the feasts. Yes, we cannot offer sacrifices, but no, that does not mean you can't keep the feasts. Keep the feasts where you are. Gather together, hold sacred assemblies, take joy in the Lord, and celebrate Yeshua. Return to God. Remember Torah. Shalom.